Hi ladies and gentlemen, non-road user here again, another video. Getting all sorts of ideas for videos these days. Now then, this one is concerning the Bonkers Borough Council, and I'll come into that onto that in a second. But first of all, I like to get this in to my videos whenever possible. Sorry, I'm just checking my Twitter page while I'm doing this. Now I like to get this in as often as possible on my videos because I know that it really annoys people in the Labour Party, right? Now, as you will probably be aware, YouTube visitor of mine, I do not possess a television license. I haven't possessed a television license for approximately 3 years because the stuff on there, you know, it's just junk. It's like, you know, put something colourful on for the masses in the corner and it'll take away their interests in other things that are more important, you know. So we'll have them watching guff like EastEnders and Strictly Come Dancing and somebody baking cakes and some guy in a loud suit going around looking for old junk and stuff. You know, it's absolute garbage, right? So look, I've got to create my own entertainment here, and this is why I do this stuff, right? Now I mention that, as I say, purely because the BBC loving lefties in the Labour Party, I'm sure, would like everybody to have a TV licence. I don't. Just not happening, right? So hence I do these videos. Now then, that's that one out of the way. Let's get back to the Bonkers Borough Council. Now, earlier this year I went to London. Now, before I went to London, I ensured, as any good citizen should, that their blue bin was completely empty. Okay? So off I went on the choo-choo train, lovely, nice, through the countryside, marvellous. Gets into King's Cross, jumps on the tube, gets to Wapping, put my bags down in the apartment. Marvellous, right? Now then, upon my return from London to the northeast, I was greeted with my garden full of rubbish, and I couldn't understand how that had happened because, as I say, my bin was totally empty before I went, right? So obviously what had happened was somebody else's bin had blown over, because apparently I found out through friends when I got back that we'd had some severe gales up here while I was away. It was beautiful in London, you know, sitting outside on a night having a nice glass of wine, marvellous, looking out on the river, marvellous, right? Anyway, so this garden full of rubbish, right, and I'm thinking to myself, what's going on here, right? So at the first opportunity, I think it was either the Monday or the Tuesday morning, I can't remember, but I phoned Bonkers Borough Council and said to them, look, you've recently implemented this new system, right? Because before what you used to do was like put the rubbish into a black refuse sack and then tie it up at the top and then drop it into the bin, right? So under that scenario, if the bin blew over, then worst case scenario, a couple of black bags tied up would fall out, right? And if you were very unlucky, I mean, it never happened to me, but if you were very unlucky, you know, some cat or dog or some vermin or would come along and rip the black bags open, and you know, you might have a little bit of mess, but you know, nothing to like what it is now, where you just, apparently you've got to drop everything in loose into this blue lidded bin, right? And if that blows over, which it has done again today, by the way, and I'm going to show you either a screen grab or the very short video I made. I haven't decided which one yet, of the actual bin blown over with the contents about to spill out. Right now, Bonkers Borough Council are obviously aware of this, because I made them aware of it earlier in this year, and they told me at the time that they'd look into it. Well, I don't know whether they're still looking into it, you know, because apparently maybe it takes a lot of looking into. You know, I would have thought they could have this sorted out, you know, within a couple of months, but apparently not. So this is what we're stuck with, ladies and gentlemen. Now, given that we, as in the council taxpayers, are paying for this service, right? The service seems to, I use the term service loosely by the way, seems to be designed for the benefit of Bonkers Borough Council and not for the people who are paying for the service. Now, is it beyond the wit of the person at the other end, wherever these things go, right? Or even, you know, well, look, you're probably aware what happens, right? The wagon comes round, and it's not like in the old days where the guy used to metal bin and on his shoulder and chuck it in the back of the cart. Oh no, it's a piece of cake these days. They just offer it up to this wagon, press a button, and it goes and then dumps the stuff into the back of the wagon, right? Well, surely it's not beyond the wit of anybody at the other end, right, wherever this stuff goes to just get these black bags out of the wagon, right, and just rip them open and then dump the stuff into wherever it gets dumped to now, right? I just don't get it. Just do not get it, right? And the first time that I'd used this new system, right, with the blue lidded bin, the small black bin and the green bin for garden waste, right, I actually put 2 bags of my rubbish into the blue lidded bin in refuse sacks, tied up, right, and after the bin man had been, I went out to bring my bin back in, and the 2 bags were still in there, and there was a little bit of cardboard things slotted over the back handle of the bin. It said something like, "We have not collected your bin or refuse on this occasion because," and then there's some tick boxes, and one of them ticked was because it contained black bags. Well, yeah, it did. 2 black bags with the rubbish in, right? And I'm thinking to myself, the world's gone mad, and that's why I call them Bonkers Borough Council, right? So what I had to do then, you know, like I had to wait another fortnight for them to come back again, right, for the blue lidded bin, right, and pull these refuse sacks open and then tip all the stuff loose into the blue bin, chuck the black bags into the black bin, right, and we get rubbish strewn all over the place because it's just tipped into this bin loose. And you know, I'm wondering what happens in the town, you know, like in the terraced houses in the town where, you know, they have a back alley, right? And I would imagine people put the bins out into the back alley, right, and they will blow over in the wind in the back alley just as much as they'll blow over in the cul-de-sac where I am, okay? But the point is, in the back alley, it's nobody's personal garden, right? So is that a further waste of resources from Bonkers Borough Council having to go around and pick all this garbage up from the back alleys and stuff? It's strewn all over, right? Because I can't see the residents going out and doing it like I have to, because it's, you know, floating all over my personal property, right? I can't ring Bonkers Borough Council up and say, yeah, somebody's rubbish is all over my garden, it's not mine, do you mind sending a chap out to clear it up? You know, you can imagine what they're going to say. They're going to say, yeah, Mr. Non-Road User, you can do one, right? So I hope they're still looking into it, but I just wish they'd get a shifty on, because again, we're back into the time of year where we, you know, I was reading the something on the internet yesterday, something about 100-mile-an-hour winds forecast or something. Well, you know, there's going to be a hell of a lot of bins blown over in 100-mile-an-hour wind, isn't there? And you know, it's going to be rubbish all over the place, and I just don't get it. And we are paying for this service. That's the issue. We are paying for this service, or lack thereof, depends on your viewpoint. If you're a Labour councillor at Bonkers Borough Council, you'll probably disagree with my opinion, right? If you're an independent councillor at Bonkers Borough Council, then you'll probably agree with my opinion. So what we need, if that's the case, what we need is more independent councillors within Bonkers Borough Council. That's what we need, in my opinion. Get these BBC loving Labour lot out. That's what we want. Well, it's what I want, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's another rant over, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, did I mention I haven't got a TV licence? Yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, good. I like to get that in as often as I can, because I think it winds these Labour lot up, and I love that. Okay, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, I am Non-Road User. I'm a bit of a crank, and I'm ugly. I know it, and I don't care. And thank you for watching. Bye now.